Daylight, yes, you get to see me in daylight. I don't know how Mama do this seatbelt, Lord Jesus. So I'm in Mama's car trying to figure out her seatbelt. See, did I get it? Oh, it's still twisted, but that's part of life's perfect imperfections. So, I got a question for anybody that's listening today. Have you ever been around a person that associated your failures with someone you know? I'm giving an example. This person will see you, say, guess who I saw? And you be like, who? And they'll tell you, well, I can't remember the name. You know, the one you got to fight with. Or you know, the one you know that got in trouble because they tried to rape you. Or the one that your husband left you for. That person. You see what I'm saying? They associate your heartbreak, your displeasure with someone else. Now, the very person they're associating your negative experience with, they will express and talk about that person in the positive, knowing that it's hurting you. Am I the only one that has somebody like that in your life? And you know, because they're your elder, you try to respect them, but you also want to check them at the same time. And you be like, wait a minute now, we ain't got to do all that. You see what I'm saying? But now you're the bigger person, so you go on with it, and you be like, okay, yeah, I know who you talking about. You talking about so and so, and they be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I knew you knew. I knew you remember. But now, if it's somebody that's been in your life, that's brought a positive experience to your life, and they see them out in public somewhere, like at a store or wherever, they won't even mention the person to you, and you won't know that they saw this positive person that was in your life until you see that person out. That's where I saw such and such, and I told them to tell you. I said, hey, that type of person. That type of person. And see, I got one in my life, and I have to battle with the reconciliation of our relationship. Y'all know I'm from the South. You know some words I struggle with pronouncing them not perfect. Come on, give me some grace. Give me some grace. But eventually I'll get the word reconciliation. See, me and this person were at a distance because God called me into separation from this person, because they are so toxic. When I said toxic, they are all the ingredients of toxicity. Not just one, all, you name it, this person. And just being in their energy field, it just drains the life out of you. Well, that's my experience with this person, because coming in contact with this person drains so much of my energy just by, if I'm in their presence and we're holding just a 5-minute conversation, I am so tired, I'd be ready to walk away. Mid-conversation. This person, because of our connection, will always be a part of my life. Nothing I can do about that. But I don't have to be in that toxic energy field. And I was just wondering why, knowing that these people hurt me when you see them out, you would bring their reference to me. You know what they did to me. You were there when they did it. Why would you bring their reference to me? You know, why not hold a conversation with it and keep it between you and them? Because at the end of the day, I really don't want to know because I'm not concerned. Don't get me wrong. You know, I don't downplay nobody, not even my enemy. But once you show me who you are, I know where to place you in my life. Placing people in my life, I equate it to my home. Some people, my enemies, I don't even meet. They just pass by on the street. I just go on by. You're my enemy. We'll have no connection. They just pass by the street. Some people that I have a slight connection with, but limited connection, I allow them into the driveway. Do what we got to do. Hold a conversation, whatever. And that's the end of it. Now, some people I allow on the porch because we all right, we okay. We ain't all that, but we okay. We okay. You know, conversation here and there, and, you know, really no ill will, but we just don't rock like that. We don't connect like that. Others I allow into my home, into my sanctuary. Those are the ones that I am intimate with, that I am on one accord with, that I rock with, that I trust you to come into my home, equating it to I trust you to come into my energy. I let my guard down around you because I consider my home just like my body and my energy, my sacred place. That's how I equate people. Now, this toxic person, because of our relationship and our connection, I can't just allow them to be somebody that just pass by on the street. Sometimes I do. When they hit that nerve, I'll do that to them. And then what they'll do is they'll bring gifts, offer money, want to do things for me just to get back into the driveway part of my life. And I've done this before, and I allowed them back into the driveway, but then they show themselves for who they are, and then I have to put them back out there to ride past the house on the street. And then they'll come back with a pity party and you know, they need help with this and help with that, and they're dependent because I know, because of my connection with this toxic person, certain things they cannot do. They are limited. So I allow them on the porch to do what we need to do. But then they show me who they are again. So I have to put them back out there on the street and just let them drive past, regardless of our connection. Because see, they've shown me again who they are. And I take accountability because it's my fault, because I keep giving them access. And so when they realize that they back out down the street, we ain't talking, we ain't doing nothing. Hey and bye, and that's it. Then they'll come with the I call it the, let's see, how do you describe it? The apex, the grand finale of all. Sick, they'll fake sick. And because of our connection, I can't leave them on the street. I can't allow them into the driveway, and I can't allow them on the porch. I have to allow them into my house, into my energy, into my sacred space. I hope somebody getting this, because it's going to help somebody. Once I allow them back in my sacred space because they fake sick, and this person, their sickness not just a headache or something. This person would go all the way to the hospital and give me a call to let me know they are at the hospital. See, because they want to get off the street of riding by and back in the house. Me being who I am and our connection and wanting to do right, I let them back in. I let them back in. And once they get back in the house, in my energy, they let their guard down and they show me why I cut them off in the beginning. So here I am. I've allowed them back into my sacred space, back into my energy. We're back in connection. I'm back seeing about them. That's what we say in the South. We see about folk. See, I'm from the old school. I still say this, that. I ain't gonna do nothing. See, I'm Southern. It's in me. And I see about them, make sure they're okay, wait on them hand and foot. Mind you, this person is toxic. They're not really sick. They just want to get back in my energy. They just want contact with me. And once they've milked that to the point where I'm just exhausted and I'm not running every day, I'm not at their beck and call every 5 minutes, then miraculously they are healed and they are well. And see, this person knows how to play the game. See, I'm associating this with the toxic person, the one that associates your negativity, your hurt with somebody else. This is the same person. I had an issue. Me and this person was out, and I had an issue with someone else. And see, I came up in a day where if you don't like my brother, I don't care who you are, you don't like me. If you don't like my friend that I know rock with me, then you don't like me, because I'm going to be on my friend's side 24/7. So me and this person was out, and I had warned this person. I said, stay away from this particular person because they're not right. So me and this person, this toxic person, were out, and we saw this person. And me, I don't go back and forth with anybody. I don't run up behind anybody. I don't chase, I attract. So when I saw this person, because I got the gift of goodbye, baby, I can wrap it up in a beautiful bow and give it right to you and not look bad. So when me and this toxic person being together and being out, we saw this person, I politely walked off. This toxic person stood there and had a full-blown conversation with this person that had hurt me. And they knew this person had hurt me because it was somebody I trusted, and they went behind my back and did something that they had no business doing. So I walk off, and this toxic person stand there with this person that they knew hurt me and had a full-blown conversation. And me, I had elevated to the point, because at one point in time, I would not question this toxic person, but I had grown, and I am growing. I asked this toxic person, I said, why would you have a conversation with them and you know what they did to me? And you know mine and your relationship is closer than theirs. Why would you have a conversation with them? And I told you not to trust them. This toxic person told me it didn't have nothing to do with them. I said, okay. And really, in reality, it didn't, because the person hurt me and not them. But I figured because of my connection with this toxic person, they would stand up for me, or at least in that point in time we were together and they saw this person that hurt me, they would not be as friendly and do as much as they did with that person and hold in the conversation in my presence. When I'm not around, I don't know, and I really don't care, and it doesn't bother me. So when they told me that, I said, okay. So mind you, time goes on, and this toxic person that's connected to me has become friends with the person that hurt me. Mind you, I had told them to stay away from them. You can't trust them. Leave them alone. So, and this air freshener keep falling, but the devil is a lie, because I'm going to get this recording made this morning. Time goes on, and lo and behold, the toxic person and the person that hurt me had a difference. The same thing that the person that hurt me, that went behind my back and did what they did, turned around and did the same thing to the toxic person that is in my life. The difference is I don't go tit for tat. I don't do that. I allow God to fight my battles, because he fight them better than I can. But don't test me. The toxic person, because they saw, as I saw, what this person did. Me, I just walked away because I don't have time for it. This toxic person went up and throwed hands. Sure did, throwed hands. And then came back and told me, I said, see, I told you to leave them alone. And this is part 1.